I lost 4 trades in a row, and then this happened. All right, so watch to the very end as I show you everything that happened on this particular trade right here. We ended up catching a 1 to 10 risk reward ratio on Bitcoin in a beautiful way. That took a bit of time, but it was worth it. All right, so let me show you exactly what was happening. All right, so you can see that right here we took the first trade on Bitcoin. Right here we had a nice QML, we had a high, we had a low, and a break of structure to the upside. We also had Asian low being taken out right here. Once the market came into this area, I executed. Okay, you can see that the first touch was here, the market pushed it upside, we broke structure, it returned back to my zone, and I was able to send this signal with a 40 pips stop loss and 55 pips 555 pips target on this particular trade right here. Unfortunately, this first trade ended up being a loss, and guess what, we were able to actually get back in right here after the market took us out. All right, so I increased my stop loss to somewhere below here, and then I was able to actually execute this trade. Now the stop loss now was around 70 pips instead of being 40 pips, right, keeping the same target. And guess what, the market ended up continuing to actually go to the upside after that, and finally the market has actually come all the way to our take profit right here, which is over a 1 to 10 risk reward ratio, which is just amazing, right? So let's break it down. What did I actually say for me to actually even think of taking a buy on this particular trade? Let's go to the higher time frame and actually look at this. So overall, Bitcoin, you can see that it was going down right here. We had a nice drop. I mean, we had a high, low, high, low, high, low, just like that. Then the market dropped all the way here. Then once the market was here, I started to see the market actually shift to the upside. So you can literally see that we had a shift of character right here. So you can see the side having a high, high, low, high, and multiple of break of structures right here. So whenever we have this change, we have to actually get involved. So you can see we had this high being created, newer highs being created. So we reached to this level right here where we had a drop base and a rally with multiple break of structures. After that, we saw the market leaving behind this order block right here. So we waited for the market to pull back. So the first trade, like I told you, I executed this trade after the market came, touched our zone, went to the upside, and gave us a change of character right here. So once the market was here, I just executed. However, the market just opened and pushed to the downside, and we were taken out on our first trade around this level right here. Then that's when I was able to actually now take the next trade, okay, based on my confirmation that we are actually going to the upside. I was able to take the next trade, and after seeing the market giving us a nice rejection right here to the upside, and that's when I was able to execute this trade. We took this trade on Thursday. We saw the market push to the upside, came back here, then we saw the market just continue to push to the upside right here with big momentum candles, a bit of a retracement right here, then it continued to go to the upside, and eventually the market went all the way to our take profit. My target was actually here. You can see that the market ended up going all the way past that level, and then immediately we actually took out that high. You can see that the market decided to reject right there. So this is how it is, guys. As long as the market meets your criteria, you have to execute regardless of the outcome of the previous trade. This is what I always preach, guys. No matter what happens on the previous trade that you've taken, when the next trade appears and it meets your criteria, you are obligated to take the next trade, because you don't know what's going to happen on that particular trade. So your job as a trader is, of course, to predefine your risk and to execute all setups that meet your criteria. All setups, regardless of what happened in the previous trades. It's extremely important to execute all trades. Why? Because the market works in terms of probability. Of course, your emotions will be hit after taking a few losses, but one good win is all it takes to cover up all those losses. So if you took this trade, you'd have covered up to 10 losses, which is a really big deal. All right, so your ability to stick around and take the next trade will be determined by the confidence that you have in your strategy. And well, how do you develop the confidence in the strategy? Is having back tested and forward tested your strategy to a point that you know that your strategy is actually profitable. That's the only way you gain confidence in this market, and that's how it is, guys. So if you'd like to actually learn the way we trade, all right, the advanced way of trading where we catch beautiful trades like this, the links down in the description. Make sure you check them out. All right, until next time, I hope you have a great day. Thank you.